Who inspired you to do music?
Um, I remember when I was a child, to be in my living room, like watching these amazing artists on the television. Michael Jackson, Tina Turner, Whitney Houston, Beyonce, Destiny's Child. The hip hop old school and the Cesaria Evora, Lura, Bana. And then I said, I want to do that. I want to do that, but I didn't know that I had the singing voice. Then I start just practicing because I remember this radio. We have this radio in our living room. I was always in the front of the radio, like listening to the radio station, the new songs, the new hits, and I was like imitating and performing in my house. So I think that's when started my interest for music and to be a singer. And then when I was 13, 14, I started singing. Like then I had this music, this voice singing contest that I didn't win, but I was like in the second place. That gave me the motivation, and I started performing in all the islands. Yeah.
So before winning the contest or becoming one of the winners of the contest, did you take lessons to sing, or were you always autodidact, as we say in
I
French?
didn't. I didn't. I remember, I had this thing. I remember when Beyonce was singing Mayra Andrade or Mayra Andrade. I know her music like after all that because before Mayra Lura, and I was only listening to international singers. Then I was listening to Whitney Houston, Beyonce, Destiny's Child, and I was like, I want to reach the original tone. I was trying to reach their original tone, and then that helped me a lot. And then I start listening some Cape Verdean artists, so I had the balance. But before that contest, I was already singing, but I wasn't known.
So what were you singing? Were you singing R&B like your heroes?
R&B. I was singing R&B and traditional music from Cape Verde, and pop music too, hip hop music. I remember Lauren Hill was one of my
Miss
biggest
Education.
is one of my biggest inspiration in music. I start singing maybe a lot because of her.
Do you think you are a rebel like Lauryn Hill?
I'm not rebel like Lauren Hill. I think I'm rebel like me, because I think we have a different story, and I know her story well, but
Yeah.
I think that our journey is different. But I
Thank you
think
so much, Bodhisattva, for
we are
giving me all my
rebel.
money back.
We are rebel. I think Lauren Hill is a rebel, and I am a rebel too.
Nice. Self-thought is always the best way to go. I do agree. My
Of course, I
I'm
remember the
self-taught.
first time.
I'm self-auto-tune taught.
No, but the first time I remember I had this, I took voice lessons. I didn't like it because I think it was like damaging my original voice, like because I didn't have the technique, but you learn with time.
But yeah,
But
it,
with time, you
it
learn everything. But I
yeah.
don't think like the teachers sometimes are the best thing because some people think like for you to sing great or to be a great singer, you have to take some lessons. I'm going to tell you something. Going to school, it's always a great thing, but
Yeah.
I don't think that's always the solution. You
Yeah.
you going to search to a voice teacher if you want and if you feel like you have to. But if you don't have the budget, or if you don't have the courage to do that, or you don't feel like doing that, it's okay. You
Yeah.
can learn by yourself because you're going to get better with time.
You know, I understand the importance of technique, but at the same time, I also realize that a lot of times technique can conflict with your natural ability of your flow, your thing. Sometimes because you don't think about it,
The
you're gonna
natural thing.
you're gonna naturally arrive somewhere, And when you learn the technique, it might help you because you might realize that you were taking a long road to somewhere. But sometimes you start only thinking about the technique. And I know so many artists that have amazing technique but no soul in their singing. And I know a lot of people who sing. Yeah, me, I'm a rapper. I'm not. I've never said I was a singer, but I know a lot of people
You
that
are. You are.
they. I do what I can. I know a
You
lot of
are.
people.
You
They
are, and you come on. I don't think some people have something to say about you, like you can sing or you're not an artist. Of course you are, and you showed and you have shown a lot. Every one of us your work, and of course we are a lot inspired by your work. I am. So I'm talking
Thank you.
about myself. I don't talk up for other people, but for me, I think you are a great artist, of course.
But like at a point, I was scared to sing on my before my third album. I already was, humming, but I was like, yeah, it's not I'm not a yeah, I'm not a real singer. These guys like, especially because I was working with a lot of amazing singers, like people from gospel, and I was like making beats for people, writing songs, making melodies for them. But then I was like, yeah, I will never sing like them. So I will not sing in an album or in a song, but I'll give them things. And a lot of them, they were the one telling me, hey, hey, listen, you have some inspiration, your melodies and stuff. You should try. And I was like, nah, it's not for me. And then yeah, I realized that I've seen a lot of people that have so much amazing technique, but they never made a great song because
Yeah.
it's not about the technique. If you have the technique, it's great, but it doesn't mean that you're going to make a great song or a song that people will cry on. What is important is the emotion
Man,
that you put in the music.
I, as long as along of my along of my journey, I learned a lot of things. I used to think that people that sing louder, with a
Yeah.
lot of techniques are the
Mm.
best singer. But
Yeah.
I was, I was that was I was wrong. But because I had the opportunity to work with a lot of artists and to perform with a lot of artists, so I'm not. I can tell you that's a lie because I think it's how you sing the song, how you put in your heart in the song, and
Yeah.
how you commit to that song.
Yeah.
It's interpretation. But some people be like, oh, because it's somebody with that can sing louder with the high notes, they the best. No, they are not the best. And
Indeed.
I right now I was the kind of person to think that was true. And then I was like, no, 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 that's some that's rules to this shit, man.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? That's
It's
rules to this shit. And I can tell you that it's it's what you put in the song. That's your voice. That's your spark. And the spark you have, the spark I don't have. The spark I have is the spark you don't have.
mhm.
And that's your uniqueness, and nobody can take that from you.
The first time I sang in a song,
Hmm.
and I was like, I had the courage to s- to sing and to record a song, a full song from beginning to finish, was One Love.
I love that song, and that
And it's
song is a
crazy.
fucking hit, and people loved it. People
Yeah,
loved it.
yeah,
I
yeah.
remember. I remember it in Cape Verde. Everybody was listening to it all in the radios and in the clubs, man. Come on.
Yeah.
And One Love is one of your biggest hits. And
Yeah, it is.
the how you sang you sang the song, and how you perform that song, and your voice in the music, all the melody, the lyric. I think that's a great song. So if somebody tell me like Kaysha can sing, I say, no, I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show that person that music. They like, shut the fuck up.
When the first time I was on stage, that's when I realized, hey, I was like, because I've been rapping all these years, And you know, I was just like, I was rapping. I was actually was a rap. So it was like when I get
It's
old,
so
get up in the sky, and you know, and then I was give me some other tune, let's go. So when I'm done singing, to me I was like, you know, it's just one of these songs, and then it's gonna be one song in the album just for fun. And then I remember arriving in Portugal, and everybody was like, I remember that's the first time I sing the song on stage in the intro, and everybody was crying in the public, and I was, even me, I was crying, and I was like, what's going on? But then in my head I was like, I don't know how you do this. Like, I know how to perform as a rapper, but I didn't know how to
yeah.
perform as a singer, because it's it's so different from performing in the studio than live on stage. I had to learn on stage, but at the same time, that's, yeah, that's great to learn on stage. You know.
Sure.